So, I welcome you to a brief talk on electronegativity. There is a gentleman called Linus Pauling who received a Nobel Prize for his book on chemical bonding. He was studying the nature of bonds formed between different types of atoms. You know, the hydrogen atom as such is not very stable individually. It binds with another hydrogen atom wherein both of them will share the electron pair offered by one each. And this bond formed due to sharing of electron pair between two atoms, as you know, is covalent bond. If two atoms are identical, it is called homoatomic molecule. You can also have a molecule like F2, where two fluorine atoms are sharing one electron pair. Individually, they have three electron pairs which are not involved in bonding. That is evident from the electronic configuration of fluorine atoms. Notice that in these types of bonds, known as the bonds of homoatomic molecules, you require some energy to break the bond. This is called bond dissociation energy. In other words, when this bond is formed between these atoms, same amount of energy is released. That is called bond energy. So, to break a bond, energy is consumed. Whenever a bond is formed, energy is released. Now, Linus Pauling came up with an idea that whenever two atoms are sharing an electron pair, the ability of one particular atom to pull the bonded electron pair towards itself. When two atoms are identical, they have identical ability to attract the electron pair, then it is supposed to be in the center of both nuclei. But if I am taking a bond between hydrogen and fluorine, then the hydrogen and fluorine may not have same ability to attract the bonding electron pair. So, the relative ability of a particular atom to attract the bonding electron pair to itself was called electronegativity by Pauling. Because it is a relative term, it has no units in Pauling scale. Whenever you say the relative ability of an atom to attract the bonding electron pair is electronegativity, obviously you can't talk of electronegativity of helium, or you can't talk about the electronegativity of neon. Why? Can you say? Now, the Linus Pauling has actually calculated what is the bond energy of hydrogen, what is the bond energy of fluorine. Had the hydrogen and fluorine have same ability to attract the bonding electron pair, then the bond energy of HF is supposed to be half of the bond energy of hydrogen plus half of the bond energy of fluorine. In other words, it is bond energy of hydrogen plus bond energy of fluorine divided by 2, average. But in fact, this is a calculated bond energy calculated for HF. It is also possible to experimentally find the bond energy of HF. So now, if I say the enthalpy bond energy of HF experimental minus the bond energy of the HF calculated, if this difference is equal to 0, then I can safely say that the hydrogen electronegativity is equal to that of fluorine. But if it is not equal, I should say that one fellow has different electronegativity from the other. To know the values, now he arrived at a formula. According to Linus Pauling, the electronegativity of one atom, say fluorine, minus electronegativity of hydrogen, that is the difference in the electronegativity of these two elements, is equal to a constant. You can say this as 0.208 into root of delta. This 0.208 is a constant which we require to convert the given energy in kilocalories per mole to electron volts. Now what is delta? Delta is the difference in the experimental and calculated bond energies. Experimental and calculated bond energies difference. Okay, sir? Suppose to know the electronegativity of fluorine, you should take some empirical value for the electronegativity of hydrogen. Then if hydrogen electronegativity is taken as 2.1, then I can say what is the electronegativity of fluorine from the experimental data. In fact, we have experimental data. If the experimental data says that HH bond energy is 104 kilocalories, if the FEF bond energy is say 36.6 kilocalories, if the HF bond energy is 134.6 kilocalories, what could be the electronegativity of HF? You use the formula, electronegativity of HF minus 2.1 hydrogen electronegativity taken value. One can take one value. You can take any value, but Linus Pauling has taken 2.1 is equal to 0.208 conversion factor into square root of difference in experimental and calculated bond energy. The experimental bond energy of HF is say 134.6 kilocalories minus calculated value is the HH bond energy plus the FF bond energy divided by 2. So if we simplify, the electronegativity of fluorine minus 2.1 is equal to 0.208 into root of 134.6 minus, it is nearly 70.3. This value amounts to be 0.208 into root of, the difference between is 64.6, 64.3. Root of 64 is 8. So this is equal to 1.6. Therefore, fluorine electronegativity must be equal to 1.6 plus 2.1. So based on the value they gave, the fluorine electronegativity works out to be 3.7. So this type of formula, that formula which used by Linus Pauling, 0.208 into square root of experimental bond energy minus the calculated bond energy. Can we see it very clearly, sir? The difference between these two, the experimental bond energy minus calculated bond energy. If the experimental bond energy is more, it means molecule is more stable than what we expect. The stability it is getting due to difference in electronegativities. This formula used if the energies are given in kilocalories. If the energies are given in kilojoules, instead of 0.208, I will take 0.1017. 0.1017 is to be taken instead of 0.208 if the bond energies are given in kilojoules per mole. So the Linus Pauling's electronegativity has no units, number one. Number two, the Linus Pauling electronegativity cannot be worked out for noble gases as they cannot make any chemical bonds with themselves, usually. Okay. Now, there is another gentleman, there are so many people introduced electronegativity in different ways. Another man who introduced electronegativity is Mulliken. According to Mulliken, electronegativity is average of ionization energy and electron gain enthalpy. Average means by 2. This Mulliken electronegativity thus has units of energy. If you want to convert Mulliken electronegativity into Linus-Pauling electronegativity, then you can take up the formula IE plus EA by 2 into, if you are taking these energies in kilojoules per mole, kilojoules per mole can be converted into your electron volts by applying a formula 96.5 in the denominator. Why should I use 96.5? Because 96.5 kilojoules is approximately equal to 1 electron volt. And IE and EA are in kilojoules per mole. Kilojoules per mole. Okay. Similarly, if the IE and EA are in electron volts, if they are in kilocalories, then you should divide with 23.06, because 23.06 kilocalories per mole corresponds to 1 eV per atom. Also 1 eV per atom corresponds to 96.5 kilojoules per mole. It is a conversion factor. Generally, Mulliken has taken these averages in terms of electron volts per atom. So, IE1 plus EA by 2 average of ionization energy, electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy in electron volts corresponds to Mulliken electronegativity. It has units of energy. If the units of energy are taken in kilojoules per mole, you have to add 96.5 in the denominator, a conversion factor. If it is in kilocalories, 23.06 is to be introduced, another conversion factor. Also notice the Pauling scale, if you want to have Pauling electronegativity is equal to Mulliken electronegativity divided by 2.8, because Mulliken electronegativity is 2.8 times more than Pauling electronegativity. So, if you are taking the values in kilojoules per mole, you have to get the Pauling electronegativity from Mulliken electronegativity by taking IE plus EA by 2 into 96.5 into 2.8. It is equal to IE plus EA by 540. So, if you use this formula directly from Pauling values, you can get from the Mulliken values you can get the Pauling value. Similarly here, again if you want to have the Pauling value from this, you should take IE plus EA by 2 into 23.06 into 2.8. Okay, that approximately equal to IE plus EA by 130. Therefore, if your ionization energy, electron gain enthalpy are given in kilocalories per mole, divide with 130 to the sum to get Pauling electronegativity. If you are given in kilojoules per mole, to the sum of IE plus EA divide with 540 to get Pauling electronegativity. So, from Mulliken electronegativity you can get Pauling electronegativity in this way. This is an idea about electronegativity, and most electronegative atom amongst all is fluorine, and the least electronegative atom is francium, which is 0.73. After fluorine, most electronegative atom is oxygen. After oxygen, both nitrogen and chlorine have same electronegativity. In fact, electronegativity depends on many factors about the chemical environment of an atom. Same atom can have different electronegativities in different situations. Okay. So, more about that you will learn later on. This is introduction. Thank you.